To the honorable judges, teachers, and all the audience here, good morning. First of all, let's thank the Almighty God for His blessings. My name is Joshua Nicholas Halodi as the representative of MIPA, and today we're going to talk about Youth Pledge. Us Indonesians commemorate or celebrate Youth Pledge Day every 28th of October. I bet every single one of us has definitely learned about this in every history class ever, starting from elementary school, then middle school, also high school. So we're gonna do a quick historical review on this. Back on the 28th of October 1928, young Indonesian nationalists declared a set of ideas that later became a huge part of Indonesia's independence, which is the Youth Pledge. Have you ever wondered why we keep on going back to this? It actually got me thinking, like, why do we even celebrate it? Why do we even celebrate this? Is it that important to us? How big and life-changing is this actually? I didn't know a thing. This is why me also, need to have a deeper understanding of basically everything. We need to discover what's the moral of the story, what moral values we can get from Youth Pledge. The thing is, if it wasn't for a Youth Pledge, we wouldn't know a thing called nationalism or patriotism and how important that is for a country. If it wasn't for a Youth Pledge, the 200 million people of Indonesia who have different backgrounds like ethnicity, language, and in any other aspect, we wouldn't have been united as one, as Indonesian. If it wasn't for a Youth Pledge, it would be hard for us to communicate with people from our own country. Other than that, through Youth Pledge, we're also taught to have a deeper understanding about our country's motto, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, also known as unity and diversity. Through all those points, we can come to a conclusion that the idea of Youth Pledge is formed thoughtfully, and youth is definitely in charge of doing it. But what does this tell you? What's the meaning of it? The thing that we're trying to prove from the previous statement is that the youth holds an important role in society. But let me ask you first, whose youth? What's the important part that we were talking about? Last, what's society? Jane Goodall once said, young people, when informed and empowered, when they realize that they truly do make a difference, can indeed change the world. Uh, In society, every layer and part are responsible for each other. In this case, youth acts as a decisive role. We are the agent of change. We are the backbone of the nation. We can change the future using our words and actions. Indonesia has huge amounts of youth. Basically, around 50% of our population are youths. I mean, the nation's future depends on us youth. We have the youth, millions of it, but does that mean we automatically, magically become rich and a developed country? No, because what matters is the quality, not the quantity. We do have a lot of young people, but at the same time, we also have a lot of them who have this kind of mindset as, well, buat apa belajar bahasa Inggris? Kada penting su, aku lo tinggal di Samarinda juga. Or, why do I have to learn English? It's not important. I live in Samarinda. Bruh, that kind of mindset is so wrong on so many levels. People have that kind of mindset only aspires to nikah aja lah, capek sekolah, or probably like thinking of jualan sanggar for a living. I don't mean to discredit them. Marriage sure is a beautiful thing, and I love sanggar as well, but why? Have higher dreams, have higher achievements. If everyone thinks like this too, we're really going to turn back time to becoming apes. This is why equality matters. One of the things we can learn from Youth Pledge is that we should have a sense of responsibility, because being a part of society makes you responsible for it as well. We are not only responsible for ourselves, but for basically every single part in society. Individual wise, national wise, global wise, youths are the future. Us youth should all try to do our best. Let's not forget that we are responsible for the future of Indonesia and even the world as well. To be honest, being the agent of change or playing the decisive role, it isn't that big of a deal if you have integrity by default. We don't need to invent giant robots find a cure to cancer or any other scientific related things in order to make changes, we can always start small. First, let's start with obeying the laws. There's no point to keep talking about the future or responsibility or whatever it is when you didn't even bring a driver's license while driving. Second of all, try to be a vocal person. Ask things you don't know about. Criticize things that you disagree with. Because by doing that, you are already part of the smart people who's not afraid of changes. Third, be a person with quality. What defines a person's quality is actually pretty subjective, but we believe, I believe, to be a decent person with quality also, we need values like dignity, fairness, respect, equality, independence, integrity, credibility, accountability. So the conclusion is, by recognizing meaningful values we can learn from Youth Pledge, the necessity of commemorating it until now is to remind youths to be responsible for the world. We can all make changes to the world as youth. Our voice matters, our action matters, because the youth of today shape the world's future.